So I have a confession to make, and it's a little uncomfortable because my business is really struggling right now, and I'm not getting the sales I need, and blah, 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 blah. No one likes to admit this, right? As business owners, we always want to put our best foot forward and pretend like, yes, everything is going well. There are no struggles. I'm so successful. Look at me, look at me. So the reason I wanted to talk about the fact that my business is struggling is because I wanted to do I was doing some thinking about why it's struggling. And I started thinking about like, well, if a client came to me and said this, what's the first thing I would ask? And the first thing I would ask is, what's your messaging like? Is your messaging consistent? Is it on point? Is it taking your business where it needs to be going? Do you have the roadmap? Or are you just kind of throwing stuff up online and hoping that it works? And I have to be really honest with myself and admit that in some ways, yes, I am doing everything that I say. I tell my clients to do. I'm posting regularly. I have my schedule. I have kind of a template that I follow, but it's in terms of focus and the core messaging is pretty I was going to say scattered. I'll be honest and say it's not really there. There is no core messaging. There is a little bit of shiny object syndrome going on in my head of, oh, I could be doing this, and oh, I could be doing this, and oh, I could be doing this. And a lot of it is because it's fun and clients need it, and I really want to help them. But the where that has cost me as far as my business is that focus is now I'm having a really hard time explaining to people, this is what I do, this is who I do it for, which again is something I always tell people, right? Narrow it down. What do you do? How do you help people? What's the problem that you solve? And whom do you do it for? And then just drill down on that and focus on that. And that is not something I have done for myself, despite the fact that that is what I do for my clients all day, every day. So that is something I want you to think about is think really hard about your core messaging. And is it, that doesn't mean you can't occasionally, talk about something a little bit different, but it has to at least be related to your core messaging, right? You have to be able to see how that relates back to, okay, we're talking about this because it relates to this, which is, integral to our core messaging for these reasons, right? It should be somewhat obvious as opposed to, well, we're promoting this now because we feel like it, or because we heard something on a podcast and now we think we should talk about it. I am totally guilty of that. So that is my tip for you today is if you don't have that core messaging down, that is something for you to think about. And if you need help with that, please do reach out because that is something that I will, again, that's what I do for my clients all day, every day, but it's so much harder when you're doing it for yourself, right? So always that struggle. So that is it. That is my tip for you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me directly over at my website, AAV, as in my initials, Allison Verhalen. That is aavwritingservices.com. And you can reach me directly at info@aavwritingservices.com. That's it. Have a great week and happy blogging, everyone.